Welcome back to the Coin Lady channel. Here, we will discuss XRP. Digital assets are unquestionably becoming the mainstream, and the underlying technology is crucial to me. Rosie Rios once told us that we entered the crypto industry just in the nick of time. Do some pondering on that. The price of XRP remains below $1. This is how early it actually is. Also, we have stopped putting money into cryptocurrency. We are putting money into cutting-edge research. The fourth industrial revolution is where our money is going. There has never been a more interesting time to work in cryptography. An American law favoring crypto that would put more restraints on authorities is emerging. Indeed, this is a major development. Susan Friedman, Ripple's head of public policy, has spoken out in favor of the Keep Innovation in America Act, a law that aims to address regulatory issues in the cryptocurrency sector. House Financial Services Committee Chairman Patrick McHenry and New York Representative Richie Torres proposed the bill today. According to the source, the central focus of the act will be on defining a crypto broker, or more precisely, on limiting its applicability for tax purposes. The ACT authors also want to restrict the federal government's authority over defining digital assets. We can only hope that Congress has finally come to its senses. They fear that if innovation occurs outside of the country, it will be lost. It was something that always emphasized. Patrick McHenry seems very much in favor of cryptography. In the ongoing legal struggle between Ripple and the SEC, the latest judgment is as follows. New court verdict extends legal struggle between the SEC and Ripple Labs. The court has decided on the parties' requests to exclude expert testimony from summary judgment and trial proceedings. Neither the plaintiff nor the defendants came out on top of the ruling, as Judge Analisa Torres allowed some motions and dismissed others. One major effect of the verdict, nevertheless, was to bar Patrick duty as the leading expert witness on the perspective of a reasonable XRP purchaser. It should be noted that the judge allowed Ripple's move to exclude the testimony of the expert the SEC had engaged to examine the expectations of token purchasers. In my perspective, the judge is being quite impartial here. But, even now, Twitter users in the crypto space are claiming she is a deep state actor. So ends the Ripple. As far as XRP holders are concerned, that's it, and it's not true. Her actions in court were transparent, and I have no doubt that she is also aware of the corruption that has spread across the SEC as a result of the regulator's efforts to remove John Deaton's amicus status. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has taken its legal battle with payments company Ripple Labs Inc. to a new level, going after the firm's most ardent supporters including attorney John Deaton. Since the regulator filed its complaint against Ripple over 2 years ago, Deaton has been the company's most outspoken supporter. For example, a friend of the court can do anything from clarifying a legal issue for the public to filing an amicus brief. It's hard to overstate Deaton's importance. The SEC obviously views his position as dangerous. This information suggests that the SEC's attorneys have asked Judge Torres to disqualify Deaton from further participation in the case in part because he revealed the identity of the SEC's expert witness. The judge did not agree with this request, per the latest information. And she concurred that the Commission's expert witness shouldn't talk about XRP holders in court. That settles it. I repeat, she is being completely reasonable. Specifically, 93 million XRP in debt from FTXs to its consumers. The release of the amended balance statement of FTX's obligations has cast doubt on the future profitability of the fund because it shows, among other things, that the infamous exchange owes its customers $93 million in XRP. The issue, though, is that FTX financial sheet only shows $12 million in XRP. Do you remember when Sam Bankman-Fried promised to repay all of his investors in full? Frankly, it seems highly unlikely that will occur. Sam Bankman-Fried requires special treatment. They are treating him like a helpless victim and acting as though they are trying to protect him from the world. He defrauded several individuals, and that was the least of his problems. Many of them are 9-to-5ers who put in long hours and earnestly seek profit for their efforts. Keep in mind that the 230 million tokens in the Way Shuffle were moved by Ripple and Binance, along with 134 million XRP. When did it not occur to you every time something slightly encouraging emerges about the SEC case? XRP starts moving at a rapid clip. Because of this, I predicted XRP rapid appreciation once the dispute was resolved in Ripple's favor. The reasons why the US crypto environment is different from those of the EU and the G20. And therefore the CEO of Ripple has admitted that there have been increasing difficulties in the cryptocurrency sector recently. Like most professionals in their field. According to Gollinghouse, there is no guideline to follow. Gary Gensler, the chair of the SEC, issues a plea for volunteers to step forward and sign in. He said that the necessary mechanisms for the exchange of registered tokens do not exist. As an added complication, the nature of the tokens themselves remains murky. Companies like Kraken and Paxos have borne the brunt of the SEC's enforcement operations amid claims that the SEC has essentially declared war on cryptocurrencies in recent times. To the extent that you are serious about regulating, you should do so in the same way that the other G20 countries have, by putting in the time and effort required to develop a framework and establish guidelines. Indeed, that is the case. Do some pondering on that. There are no rules to follow. There are no definite regulations in place at all. Gary likely just flips a coin to decide who he will meet with during consultations. This one, though, is excused. Then a new player enters and flips the coin once more. Nope. A legal action is being taken with respect to this one. Since there are no rules to follow, that's how he's treating it. There is no structure in place. But it appears that some members of Congress are beginning to take charge. They're gradually coming to. Elizabeth Warren is leading a group of more than 50 politicians who are pressuring Gary Gensler not to back down on requiring public firms to provide information about their carbon footprint. Another terrible development for US climate change and carbon emissions is the export of US innovation. Carbon credits are widely expected to be used as yet another form of taxation in the near future. With the World Economic Forum, the general public is now aware that climate change is a farce. Many people are aware of the truth about the world. While teaching at MIT, Gary Gensler was approached by a number of companies, including Finance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange in the world, to join their team as an advisor. According to internal Binance messages reviewed by the Wall Street Journal, current US SEC Chair Gary Gensler was reportedly given an advisory role by the company in both 2018 and 2019. Despite Gensler's protests, the Bitcoin behemoth claims that he shared license tactics with them. This news comes as US regulators look closer at Binance to determine if the exchange broke security rules by allowing US investors to use its platform for trading. When it comes to Binance, then, how knowledgeable is Gary? Given that he was offered a position there, he had to take a look around the office. But why? Binance problems with the SEC might result from a disclosure resulting from a nuclear explosion. If US regulators come down on Binance, executives say it could have catastrophic consequences. To avoid being regulated by the US government, Binance launched Binance US. The leaked leaked texts demonstrate the close relationship between Binance US and its parent business. Do you believe Binance once recommended VPN to its users? I recall US-based Binance staffers often updating their European and Asian superiors. He's claiming he's given them a window of time within which to provide progress reports and such. On the other hand, when Indian exchange Wazirks and US-based Paxos came under regulatory scrutiny, Binance attempted to reduce relations with them. On Sunday, Binance's CEO urged his Twitter followers to disregard fear, uncertainty, and fake news FUD. The question is, why should you care? When it comes to trading cryptocurrency, Binance is the biggest platform worldwide. The consequences of the SEC's action against Binance might have far-reaching effects on the entire cryptocurrency market. Like I indicated before, the collapse of Binance would be disastrous for cryptocurrency. If that occurs, we'll have to hold out hope that CC is actually acting ethically, but things are not looking good. So don't worry, I'll keep you posted when developments occur. Despite opposition from the US SEC, the Department of Justice, and the state of Texas, a court has ruled in favor of Binance's purchase of bankrupt Voyager Digital. Does this sound like a business that is worried about the SEC? Do some pondering on that. Despite these allegations, they plan to acquire the bankrupt Voyager Digital. Honestly, I have no clue what is going on at Binance. Since I suspected foul play from the start, I take heart from this. Send me a message telling me what you think. Fed Chair Jerome Powell has made clear that the aggressive approach the U.S. central bank has taken on interest rates will not change. The price of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies may be affected by the current rate environment. On the 10th of this month, though, he is expected to increase rates. Powell stated that the Fed would be paying close attention to economic data, particularly the next jobs report on March 10. The Fed is willing to speed up its rate hikes, as stated by the Fed chair, in an effort to curb inflation. The trend towards price increases during 2023 appears to continue. Because of that, Bitcoin's value is likely to decrease once more. Yet, we'll monitor that as well. According to a Ripple survey, small businesses will embrace cryptocurrency payments in large numbers in just 3 years. This is why Ripple is now claiming that some businesses are lagging behind or slow to implement Bitcoin payments. But, according to him, the majority of this adoption will occur rapidly within the next 3 years. So, we'll need to watch to see how that develops as well. Interestingly, Ripple is just one of 100 companies that are adopting XRP. Have a peek at the XRP community, it's amazing. That's why I'm so optimistic about XRP. The ecosystem is growing and diversifying at an incredible rate. You can see the money, and it's not even all that many businesses transfer. Then there are instant transactions, such payments, travel expenses, loans, crypto cards, micropayments, investment marketplaces, custodial services, and wallets. Moreover, this does not represent even all of the businesses out there. Even in 2022, when cryptocurrency prices appeared to be at an all-time low, it continued to expand at a steady rate. Even as it was mired in a lawsuit with the SEC, XRP and Ripple continued to press forward with more and more model corridors, creating more bank relationships, talking with CBDCs in this country and that, launching a major ad campaign, and relentless hiring. As a result, I'm confident that our Bitcoin investment was a good one. That's why I have no doubt that our investment will pay off well in the future. In the meanwhile, all we can do is keep our spirits up and wait it out. I'll also keep you posted on Binance's developments, as I'd hate to see them go under. Yet, prospects are not promising. But once again, the SEC case judge appears to be impartial and unaffiliated with the deep state. To begin with, I thought that was a rather serious indictment among many individuals on crypto Twitter. However, I prefer to stick to the facts whenever possible. The judge, I note, is currently performing this function. What, if anything, seems off about this? The situation still gives the impression that she is siding with Ripple rather than the SEC, if you know what I mean. Moreover, I maintain my conviction that she recognizes the rot there, as I have repeatedly stated to you. That said, the proof will be in the following installment. Thanks to everyone who has seen my videos. As always, I appreciate your attention. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next one, bye.